Very warm welcome to you to another encounter on a Sunday night here at Mseni. Don't know about you, but these sessions have been a real blessing to me as I've prepared and as I've led them. And so I hope that today is going to be a good one, and I hope that you're going to leave here having encountered our God in some way. I'd really appreciate if you could like the video and maybe subscribe to the channel. That would be great. And share it around. Last week when Crossroad joined me, we had almost double, I think, our normal amount of viewers. And so if you could share this and just get the word out there, that would be great. Today we're going to look at 4 descriptions of God that all start with the letter E. I wonder if you can already start to think what they are. The first one is the word extraordinary. Extraordinary. There's nothing ordinary about our God at all. He's truly greater than ordinary. He's truly better than average, isn't he? And I think sometimes we forget to treat him this way. We treat God like he's just one of our buddies. And of course he's our friend, but we forget that he is wonderful and that he is powerful and truly extraordinary. The people of the Bible didn't make that mistake. Have a look at these words in Psalm 77. The writer says, "I will remember the works of the Lord. Yes, I will remember the amazing things you did long ago. I will think about all you have done. I will reflect upon your deeds. Oh God, your deeds are extraordinary." What God can compare to our great God? You are the God who does amazing things. You have revealed your strength among the nations. And so he is without comparison. He is without equal. Our hearts should explode in wonder every time we consider just how extraordinary he is. Like the people who saw Jesus heal a paralyzed man. In Luke chapter 5, we read this: "Amazement seized them all, and they glorified God and were filled with awe, saying, 'We have seen extraordinary things today.'" And so do you believe God the Father, Jesus his Son, and Holy Spirit make an extraordinary God? If you do, why don't you sing the song with me and worship him for being truly without equal? Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. I will build my life upon your love. a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken, and I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Love those words. God is truly without comparison. There is none beside him. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Remember that word as we leave this session. But for me, God is also enjoyable. The next E word for today. Psalm 37 verse 4 says this: "Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." But I like how the Common English Bible phrases it. Enjoy the Lord, and he will give what your heart asks. Enjoy the Lord, and he will give what your heart asks. Now, I learned this type of thinking mostly from John Piper. I read his great book, Desiring God, which I would recommend to you. He calls himself a Christian hedonist, and don't get too put off by that phrase. What he says is spot on, as far as I'm concerned. Here's a quote from the book. He says, "All those years I'd been trying to suppress my tremendous longing for happiness so that I could honestly praise God out of some higher, less selfish motive, instead of for happiness, in other words. But now it started to dawn on me that this persistent and undeniable yearning for happiness was not to be suppressed, but to be glutted on God." And then he says, "Praising God, the highest calling of humanity and our eternal vocation, does not involve the renunciation, but rather the consummation of the joy I so desired. My old effort to achieve worship with no self-interest in it proved to be a contradiction in terms. God is not worshipped where he is not treasured and enjoyed. Praise is not an alternative to joy, but the expression of joy. Not to enjoy God is to dishonor him. To say to him that something else satisfies you more is the opposite of worship. It is sacrilege." And this type of thinking changed things for me. Instead of trying to follow God out of a sense of duty and doing what's right, suppressing my desire for joy to honor God, I learned that God is truly honored when we find our satisfaction in him, when we worship him to get joy and to get satisfaction out of it. And I hope that maybe this will change the way you do life as well. I hope that we as God's people seek joy from him and not elsewhere, but honor him by finding our joy in him. So here's a song I wrote about this. It's on my Fruit of the Spirit album, which you're welcome to download, by the way, in the link below. That'd be great. And it's called Joy in Jesus. Can I really find joy in this world of sorrow? Can I really find something to get me out of bed tomorrow? Or is God just a killjoy, driving us into the ground? Should I give him a moment? Should I even hang around? Don't you know I'm so desperate for anything to satisfy? Don't you know I'm so hungry? I can't even tell you why. How I long to be happy, how I long to find joy in this life. What on earth is gonna help me in the midst of my chaos and strife? There is only one, there is just one choice, to set my soul on fire, to make my heart rejoice. Oh, I find joy in Jesus, the fount of living water. I find joy in Jesus, the lover of my soul. In the sweetness of His presence, He satisfies each longing. Yes, it's only in Jesus that my joy is made complete. So if you haven't found the answer in all the things that you've tried, if you're looking for someone to give you joy deep down inside, if you're searching for contentment and you just can't get it right, let me guide you to the answer. Let me point you to the light. There is only one, there is just one choice, to set your soul on fire, to make your heart rejoice. Oh, come find joy in Jesus, the fount of living water. Come find joy in Jesus, the lover of your soul. In the sweetness of His presence, He satisfies each longing. Yes, it's only in Jesus that your joy is made complete. You know, Jesus called Himself the bread of life and said, whoever eats what I give will never be hungry again. Whoever drinks my living water will never thirst. Enjoy Jesus. Find your joy in God and be satisfied. So, linked to this is our next E word, which is the word enough. God is enough for us. Paul in 2 Corinthians 12 was talking about the thorn in his side, some sort of issue that he had and that he couldn't seem to get rid of. Then he says this in verse 8 and 9, I pleaded with the Lord 3 times for it to leave me alone. He said to me, my grace is enough for you, because power is made perfect in weakness. And so, Paul says, I'll gladly spend my time bragging about my weaknesses so that Christ's power can rest on me. My grace is enough, God says to you and I today. I wonder if that's the word you're going to take with you today. Enough. God is enough for me. Very often we find ourselves thirsting for more and more. You know, if I can just have more, I'll have arrived. And then you get more and you're not satisfied, and you want more and you want more and you want more. The more we get, the less satisfied we seem to be. We're designed to find our satisfaction in God so that we don't have to thirst for more and more stuff all the time. In fact, some of you get my daily devotions on weekday mornings on WhatsApp. Last week I mentioned John Fletcher, the early Methodist, who, when they asked him what he wanted out of life, he just said, I only want more grace. I only want more grace. Grace was enough for him. Is grace enough for you? Is God enough for you in this life? Let's sing a song that talks about how God is enough for us. All of you is more than enough for all of me, for every thirst and every need. You satisfy me with your love, and all I have in you is more than enough. You are my supply, my breath of life, still more awesome than I know. You are my reward, worth living for. Yeah, still more awesome than I know. 'Cause all of you is more than enough for all of me, for every thirst and every need. You satisfy me with your love, and all I have in you is more than enough. You're my sacrifice of greatest price, still more awesome than I know. You're my coming King, you're everything, still more awesome than I know. 'Cause all of you is more than enough for all of me, for every thirst and every need. You satisfy me with your love, and all I have in you is more than enough. Oh, you're enough, you're enough, you're enough for me. 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 I love that song. You're enough for me. Okay, one last E word for tonight. God is encouraging. Encouraging. Psalm 138 verse 3 says this: When I called, you answered me. You greatly emboldened me. Emboldened, or the Common English Bible says, on the day I cried out, you answered me. You encouraged me with inner strength. Man, I hope that the words that we've looked at today have encouraged you and have given you inner strength and a bold attitude for the week ahead of you, because God is with you. I want to close with a song. It's a new Crossroads song, and it's been floating around Facebook for the last couple of weeks. Maybe you've seen it. I'd love if you'd go and download the album as well. That would be helpful to us. But listen to this song. It's called You Meet Me There, and I hope it's going to encourage you. I hope you're going to be encouraged by the fact that whatever storms you're going through, God is with you and He meets you there. In a sea of commotion, chaos all around, pushing on through the downpour, waiting to be found. Father, why are you silent? When will I hear your voice? Father, why don't you step in and make my heart rejoice? I trust in you. I trust in you. So every morning I will say that you are glorious. Nothing on earth can compare. And when the storms come, I'll still say that you are glorious. For I know that you meet me there. I know that you meet me there. What a marvelous master. What a wonderful guide. What a powerful stronghold. It's in you I hide. I trust in you. Yes, I trust in you. So every morning I will say that you are glorious. Nothing on earth can compare. And when the storms come, I'll still say that you are glorious. For I know that you meet me there. I know that you meet me there. You meet me there. You meet me there. You meet me there. So every morning I will say that you are glorious. Nothing on earth can compare. And when the storms come, I'll still say that you are glorious. For I know that you meet me there. I know that you meet me there. I know that you meet me there. So which E word touched your soul tonight? The extraordinary God without equal, the enjoyable God, the one who you can find your satisfaction in, the God who is enough, from whom you have everything that you need. All you need is more grace from him. Or the encouraging God with you every step of the way this week. Whichever it was, friends, hope you are blessed tonight. Take care and have a wonderful week.